Hello everyone, my name is Kainat and I welcome you to my presentation on an essential topic in project management, risk communication and stakeholder engagement. As we all know, successful project management hinges not only on technical execution but also on how effectively we communicate risks and engage the people involved. Today, I'll be sharing key insights into these concepts, their importance, and strategies for ensuring project success. To start, let's explore the two main concepts that form the foundation of this presentation: risk communication and stakeholder engagement. First, risk communication is the exchange of information about potential risks that could impact a project. It ensures that all stakeholders are aware of the likelihood and severity of these risks. Clear risk communication is essential for preparing stakeholders and building their trust in the project management process. Next, stakeholder engagement involves actively involving individuals or groups who are affected by or can influence the project. This includes clients, team members, sponsors, regulators, and even the community. It is about creating opportunities for collaboration and ensuring that their needs and concerns are addressed throughout the project lifecycle. Now, why are these two concepts important? Poor risk communication and weak stakeholder engagement are among the top reasons for project failures. They can lead to misaligned expectations, miscommunication, delays, or even project cancellations. In this presentation, I will define these concepts further, introduce key frameworks and strategies, and analyze real world examples like NASA and the London 2012 Olympics to highlight how these elements drive project success. Let's move on to understanding the foundational frameworks. In this section, let's define some key terms and look at the ideas that guide risk communication and stakeholder engagement. First, risk means the possibility of something happening that could affect the project positively or negatively. In project management, it's important to identify risks early, evaluate them, and take steps to manage them. Next is communication, which is the process of sharing information clearly so that everyone understands. For managing risks, communication ensures that all stakeholders know what exist and what steps are being taken to handle them. Now, let's talk about stakeholders. These are the people or groups who have an interest in the project, such as clients, team members, sponsors, and regulators. Finally, engagement means involving these stakeholders actively in the project so they feel informed and valued. These are some useful models and theories to help us understand these ideas. The Shannon Weaver model explains how communication works as a process where a message is sent, received, and feedback is given. It reminds us to keep messages simple and clear. Another important theory is Michel's stakeholder typology, which helps categorize stakeholders based on their power, legitimacy, and urgency, so we know how to prioritize them. In project management, these concepts and frameworks are critical because they help us plan better, avoid delays, and build trust with stakeholders. For example, poor communication during the construction of the Sydney Opera House caused major delays and cost overruns. This shows why we need strong communication and engagement to avoid such problems. Now, let's look at why risk communication and stakeholder engagement are so important in project management. When we communicate risks clearly, it helps everyone involved in the project understand what might go wrong and how we plan to deal with it. This transparency builds trust among stakeholders like clients, sponsors, and team members because they know the risks are being managed. Stakeholder engagement is equally important because it allows everyone to share their ideas, concerns, and expertise. By involving stakeholders in decision making, we can find better solutions, align their interest with project goals, and avoid conflicts. These two elements work together to reduce project delays, control costs, and improve decision making. For example, in the construction of the Sydney Opera House, uh, poor communication caused major delays and increased costs. If the risks had been better communicated and stakeholders more engaged, many of these issues could have been avoided. This is why aligning risk communication and stakeholder engagement is critical for managing uncertainties and achieving success in any project. Now, let's talk about strategies for effective risk communication. Communicating risks properly is key to keeping stakeholders informed and the project on track. First, we need to follow some important principles. Clarity. Clarity is crucial. Our communication should be simple and easy for everyone to understand, no matter their background. Relevance. It is also important. We should only share information that is useful and specific to each stakeholder. Timeliness, it plays a big role too. Stakeholders need updates as soon as risks are identified so they can take necessary actions. Finally, transparency, it helps build trust. This means openly sharing information about risks, even if it's not perfect or complete. We can also use various tools to make communication more effective. For example, detailed risk reports or dashboards provide clear updates and visual summaries of risks. Meetings and workshops are great for open discussion and brainstorming solutions. For ongoing communication, email and newsletters keep stakeholders informed, while tools like risk register track risks and mitigation plans. However, these are challenges. Stakeholders may have different levels of knowledge or preference for communication, which can make it hard to create a single message for everyone. Sometimes too much information can overwhelm people, making them confused instead of informed. So, to overcome these challenges, we should use visual ads like charts or graphs and send regular updates and use technology like dashboards or collaboration platforms for real time communication. Following these strategies can make this communication more effective and keep projects running smoothly. Now, let's explore strategies for engaging stakeholders effectively, which is essential for the success of any project. The first step is identifying and categorizing stakeholders. Stakeholders can include clients, team members, sponsors, regulatory, even the community. Uh, to prioritize them, we can use tools like Power Interest Grid, which help us focus more on stakeholders who have the most influence or are directly affected by the project. Once we have identified stakeholders, we can use strategies to engage them. Workshops or collaborative sessions, these are the great ways to involve stakeholders. Like it allows them to share ideas and contribute to the risk solutions. Regular updates through meetings, reports, or dashboards keep everyone informed and aligned with the project goals. Participatory decision making is also key. When stakeholders feel included in important decisions, they are more likely to stay committed to the project. So, technology can help a lot in engagement too. Tools like Slack, Microsoft Teams, or project management software, it allow stakeholders to stay connected and contribute from anywhere. We can also set up feedback system like surveys or one-on-one interviews to make sure we are addressing their concerns. Finally, managing conflicting interest among stakeholders is very important. For example, A sponsor might focus on cost savings, while regulators prioritize compliance. In such cases, frameworks like Rahim's conflict management model can help resolve disagreements by finding solutions that work for everyone. Neutral facilitators can also help mediate difficult discussions. By using these strategies, we can keep stakeholders engaged, ensure their trust, and improve the chances of a project's success. Let's now look at a real world example that shows the importance of risk communication and stakeholder engagement. NASA's Jet Propulsion um, uh, Laboratory, that is JPL, provides a great case study. During the Mars Climate Orbiter mission, poor communication between teams led to a major failure. One group used metric units while another used imperial units, and this miscommunication caused the spacecraft to be lost. This highlighted the need for clear and consistent risk communication. After this incident, JPL made big improvements in how they managed communication and engaged stakeholders. They introduced standardized communication protocols, making sure all teams shared information in the same way. They also used advanced tools like dashboards to track risks and give real time updates to stakeholders. Um, JPL didn't stop there. They also focused on engaging stakeholders more actively. Stakeholders, including engineers, scientists, and managers, they all were involved in every stage, from identifying risks to finding solutions. This created a culture of accountability and collaboration. As a result, these changes, later missions like the Mars Curiosity rover, were highly successful. This case shows how improving communication and stakeholder engagement can prevent failure and lead to outstanding results. Now, let's look at another example of successful stakeholder engagement, the London 2012 Olympics. This project was incredibly complex, with many risks involved. There were tight deadlines, high cost, and huge public expectations. Stakeholders included the UK government sponsors, contractors, local communities, and international organizations. Managing all these groups was a big challenge. The Olympic Delivery Authority used a variety of strategies to engage stakeholders. They conducted stakeholder mapping to identify and prioritize the most important groups. They also held workshops and public consultations to address concerns, especially from local communities about infrastructure and environmental impact. Transparency was key to building trust. The ODA used dashboards and regular reports to keep stakeholders updated on progress and risks. They also included stakeholders in important decisions such as sustainability efforts and community projects. When conflicts arose, like disagreements between environmental groups and construction teams, the ODA used mediation and sustainable practices to resolve these issues fairly. In the end, the London Olympics were delivered on time and within budget. The event was widely praised for its planning and execution, and effective stakeholder engagement was a critical factor in this success. This case study shows how engaging stakeholders through clear communication, transparency, and collaboration can help overcome challenges and deliver excellent results. To wrap up, risk communication and stakeholder engagement are two of the most important elements in successful project management. When risks are communicated clearly, stakeholders understand the challenges and trust that those risks are being managed. At the same time, engaging stakeholders ensures that their input, concerns, and expertise are included in the decision making process. So, together, these two elements build trust, reduce misunderstandings, and help projects stay on track. We have seen how organizations like NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and the London 2012 Olympics use these strategies to overcome challenges and achieve outstanding results. Their success teaches us that clear communication, transparency, and collaboration with stakeholders are essential for managing this effectively. So, for managers, the key takeaway is to always prioritize clear, timely communication and create opportunities for stakeholders to be actively involved. By doing this, we can build strong project teams, avoid delays, and deliver successful outcomes. So, this was it. Thank you so much.